Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. We're starting a little bit earlier, just a couple minutes. Hello. So today I was planning mainly to do this minigame. I actually enjoy it a lot. I don't know how many of you like it, but this roguelite type of game I like a lot. I feel like it's also really well done, considering the scope within which was made, but it's really good. I also will be doing some Chirokuro runs. I probably will start with that actually. And yeah, so we're going to take a look at the compositions they are using to clear Insane with one team. And the Torment compositions, we're going to explain them a little bit. I cannot demonstrate them as I don't have the characters to do them, but I can do a similar showcase and can explain how the mechanics work and how you should use your buffs and how you should do the encounter like the most optimal way maybe. I don't know if it's the most, but it's pretty close to it and it will get you there. I think so. Also, as always, let me know if the audio is fine or if the music is too loud, so I can try to fix it. Oh nice, you managed a really high score. Okay, perfect, that's good to know. So, what people is doing in this raid? Most people is using Meiderisu, and it's not because she's like exactly stronger than Wakamo, it's because her damage is faster than Wakamo. The thing with Wakamo is that you have to wait for her EX to trigger the explosion, and then the damage will ramp up a lot. But between the time it activates and everything, it takes longer, so using Arisu is like a good solution because you can have more burst damage, if you want to put it like that. That's why she's become a more popular choice. However, there is a way to do this without Arisu, like I don't know if there is people still running Wakamo, but she used to be like the #1 choice for one team clears. Another character that some people are starting to use more in this raid is Ui, and it's mainly just to keep Arisu's cost down because it's 4, which is not that expensive, but if you keep it at 2 you can cast faster and you can change your buffs better and you can use all your buffs into Arisu and shoot like a big freaking laser. Let's see if we can find a team with Wakamo, even though I think that at this point people is just past Wakamo. Okay, it's very unlikely. Everyone is using Arisu and Isuna. So, let's do an insane run. I'll run you through it. But yeah, I'm not pushing for one team. It's a little bit harder with this composition and I'm not well equipped to do it. I'm missing here one artifact, which is not that bad actually. It's just HP and rest, but you know, every little thing helps. I think my Wakamo is also a little bit under on the weapon maybe. No, she's fine. Yeah, this one is a little bit under with the skills and the weapon, but yeah, it's not like crucial, but it helps. Like having this buff duration extended is really good. Okay, so how this team works. What you want to do is you're going to be using Himari to boost 2 times Wakamo, 1 on the cast of her EX and 1 before the explosion, so you have the buff damage on the explosion. Because if you read Wakamo's EX skill, the cap is Wakamo's attack. So if we use Himari before the explosion triggers, we can double her attack and get double the damage from the explosion. The other buffs we're going to mainly be using on Izuna, because we're going to be using the critical damage and critical rate boost from Ako on Izuna, so we can deal more damage with her basic attacks and her EX, and we're going to be doing the same with Kayoko. This should usually work to get you like very close to a one team clear. Yeah, it's fairly good. Of course, if you can do the same virtually with Maidaliz here, but like the amount of investment you need to do to have her ready already to compete in this raid is like a lot. I don't know how many free-to-play players, unless you were like preparing from before, are capable of just pulling and maxing a character. So let's get into it. Yeah, I don't have normal Izuna, sadly. That's why I'm using Summer Izuna. With the terrain in consideration, normal Izuna would be better here, but I don't have her. So what we're going to be doing is just keep track of your buffs. We're going to be chaining them in the most convenient way possible. Also, like, be aware of the bombs. We don't want to get affected by them, so we're going to be doing some really tight dodges here to avoid the chilling effect. Okay, so we couldn't do Himari on Wakamo before the first explosion, but now we have the chain established, so we should be able to do it. And no, I didn't keep track of the petals. Like, that run could have been good anyways, but I want to do it the best I can, so it serves as a showcase. If I'm missing all the timings, that's not good. Oh, okay, now we can actually do this. And the timing should favor us a little bit better. On the first cast we're not going to get the double buff, sadly, but it's going to be a good baseline for now. Okay, now we have Yuki in the rotation, that's good, so we don't have to worry about being ready to dodge, because we're mostly ready. And I think we are not going to be able to trigger the buff and explosion anyways. It's really complicated. So those dodges went wrong, so I usually could restart here, but let's see how bad can it be. Okay, if we get hit here, we are done with this attempt. Okay, we're fine. Sadly, we haven't been able to double buff Wakamo, but it's possible. It takes a lot of effort. This could be bad for us, but we can dodge it. Okay, this run is not that bad, but it could be better. Like, if we change properly or all of the buffs, we can get out of here like with 1 minute and 20 seconds, a little bit more. So we are like 15 seconds behind. However, it's not the end of the world. We're going to be restarting it right before the time expires, but yeah, sadly, Kayoko went down. Let's try to get it this time. Okay, let's see. We can get a better chain now. Okay, it's not working for us. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be boosting Wakamo only for the explosion. So we get the buff from the explosion, which is the main source of damage of Carry X. And we're going to keep double boosting on Izuna. That way we should get a faster clear than before. Are cover stats good for Shiroko or no? What do you mean with cover stats? You mean like base stats or like... Is there something I'm missing? If Hiroko, like, she's decent for Kaiten if you're talking about the regular version of her, but she's only a chill breaker on Kaiten. Like this, oh, like the students to Shirokuro. Are cover stats good for Shirokuro or not? Like students who drop cover to block some attacks. Sorry, I misread what you wrote because the little heart icon was covering part of the text. Yeah, like, you usually want to boost your character stats as much as you can, like, because special characters will transfer part of the stats to the strikers. So yeah, you want to be buffing, like to be leveling your specials, but it's not like key to do. But always more stats is better. Like there are some, like for example for Torment difficulty, cover stats really matter, because in Torment, contrary to Insane, you want to be bouncing the ball back to the boss, and you want to be using blocks to dodge the attacks in second phase, because dot just like reposition style support skills like Yuka and Shizuko, they will not suffice. So you want to be using cover, and you want to have all the stats you can. So yeah, like especially if you're having a hard time with Insane and you're using multiple teams, or if you're doing Torment, you want to level up your cover characters. One cool thing is that Himeri's buff syncs perfectly with the explosion for Wakamo, because they both last 10 seconds, and since we are casting Himeri later, we are always getting the buff on the explosion. Okay, hopefully we don't die here. Ah, frick. The issue is that if I didn't dodge to the front, I would have died to the balls anyways, so... Yep, exactly. Lower difficulties is just DPS, because you don't have to worry about like one-shots, you don't have to worry about like damage types or armor types. So yeah, just DPS on lower difficulties. In high difficulties, you want to be prioritizing survival most of the times. It's not like #1 priority, but it's a lot more important than in every other difficulty. And survival doesn't mean healing, it means mechanics. Like you want to be using all the mechanics you have like on your favor to protect your characters, because healing in most raids gets reduced or gets debuffs from the stage itself or the boss. So using stuff like, I don't know, Haruna, track Haruna for healing will not help you. It will only delay you because you will get nothing from the healing, and the movement is clunky, so you have to prioritize your character's survival in the way that you have to comply with the mechanics as much as you can. I hope that was a good explanation. Okay, I'm glad. Okay, so now we can boost Wakamo. We're going to keep boosting Isuna, and hopefully we're going to be here, out of here in 20 seconds or less. So yeah, the advantage here for Maidal is her damage applies instantly. That's why it's better for this raid. I think you can skip the first Yuka dodge. With good RNG, yeah, you can. The issue is I haven't had any good RNG and now we're dead. I mean, probably with some deployment, I can dodge the first set of bombs without even moving. But I don't know what would be the right deployment here. Also, like, unlike Torment, the deployment on the... I mean, the first bomb barrage is not in a set location, so you cannot deploy predicted. Like right now, like Wakamo and Yuka are both exposed and those locations were not used previously. Like, it's a little bit convoluted in Insane because nothing is set. Torment difficulty, you have more like predictable stuff because everything is like set in a sequence. In Insane there is still a lot of RNG involved in the encounter, so it's a little bit harder to do, for example, like deployment, dodging and stuff like that. It's not impossible, but it's very chance based. Like, you may find a deployment that you can like dodge 2 out of 3 times, but the time that you don't dodge may screw you hard. Like right now we have really good bombs from the boss, like we have been able to dodge without any issues or like fear of landing in a bad place, and now we're like in a really bad position because of how the bombs came out. Like, that level of RNG is annoying, but it's like part of the difficulty in lower level challenges, I guess. Another strategy you could use, and this may actually be better than what I'm doing, is you can use Kayoko boost on the cast for Wakamo, and then Himari boost for the explosion. So you get 2 instances of boosted damage. But I don't know how reliable will that be. It should work, but I cannot... we can test it after. Actually, we can try to test it now. If we survive this... Okay, that would work actually. Yeah, so you can Kayoko boost and then Himari boost on Wakamo, and you get 2 instances of boost damage. Also, if I recall correctly, the second damage, the one from the explosion, is neutral damage, is not considered mystic damage. That's why it doesn't work with the Kayoko boost on the second cast. Yeah, like in the end, like just buff chaining properly can get you like very far. I haven't experimented too much in this raid. I've been not pushing for platinum because this is hard to get to platinum. I guess Insane, like the bottom of Insane is still enough here. I mean, the top of Insane should be still enough, but it's a little bit convoluted. I think you can do it. I think actually you 0133, I think you are in platinum right now, and that's great. I just not been pushing for it. Also, like, no shade on my guild, but they don't have many good invested characters. Like, my JP guild is crazy, but this guild is like a little bit. They don't set up characters, they don't invest too much on characters. Like, there is like, oh, now good. Up to yesterday, these were all wrong set. Like, okay, that's great. I could try pushing it later. Actually, let's see how it goes with Maidalis. We're going to be virtually doing the same thing, but with a Maidalis that we're going to rent from my guildies. And after this, we're going to do a little bit of the minigame. Let's see who has the best one. I'm taking this one. I don't know. It depends on how much people clear Torment from here until the raid closes. But I don't know. You should be fine-ish. Like, I think you can stay there. But in previous raids, I've gotten like really top scores for Insane, and I still don't make it into Platinum, so it's hard. Left one. How can you tell the UE level? What is it? Oh, you can tell from the enhanced skill. No, wait, how do you tell it's 50? Oh, the terrain. True. That's a good detail. But I think even if this is like UE50, this one may work better, yeah. Because of the mystic effectiveness. I don't know if the 10% from the mood will make a bigger difference than this, because this is like how it's also 10%. It may make it up, but this one also has more attack. We can try both. Let's try with this one and then we try with the other one. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to the mood. That's a good catch. I think this is a good starting lineup for the skills. Maybe we go like this in deployment. Let's see. Did you pull for any of the characters on this banner? I'm a little bit curious because a lot of people is like in the fence. 10% from mood works the same as effectiveness. Yeah, 50 should be better in, I guess, yeah, because of the extra stats, you may be right. The lower you risk has longer both directions, so yeah, I'm 50-50, I'm a little bit torn on it. I don't know who will actually be better. My guess is lower UE because of the better buff from her skill, but the extra stats from the UE 50 and all of that may work a lot better. Still, we're doing really fine here. Like, we're like 10 bars ahead from the Whack-A-Mole run. Yeah, the issue is when we don't crit. I hope this dodge works. It's a little bit bad. Could have been better. This is bad for us. We're not going to be able to dodge with that. That RNG is so annoying. Like we didn't have anywhere to dodge because if we went to the backline we would have died to the balls after. Or maybe survived, but really low on HP. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's wiser to save. Like in all honesty, I don't think, like don't get me wrong, both Alice and Banitoki are like good characters, but I don't think it's worth like sacrificing a whole raid in Gregorius just to get two characters that will push your score a little bit higher. Like in the end, Gregorius, like it's virtually impossible if you don't get Minori and the SRT Summer. So I'm prioritizing having like more tools available to do more content rather than ranking up. Because Insane is still enough for gold, and 200 Pyroxene from freaking Platinum will not make that much of a difference in the end. So yeah, I think it's the best to save. Yeah, exactly, they are not limited. Like, I actually got spooked by Alice on my JP account, like 1 week later. So yeah, it's not really that important. You will get them anyways. Ah, crap. Yeah, I'm pulling on Minori and this SRT Summer. I'm skipping Mina, even though I think Mina is really good, especially for Gregorius, but I want to get Minori 100% and both SRT Summer 100%, and if I pull also for Mina, I may fail one of the one of the banners on Minori or like SRT Summer. And even if I don't fail any of them, I will not have enough for freaking Hanako. And Hanako is absurdly strong. Like, I think Hanako is probably the strongest first character we have. Like, Mika, like, raw power-wise, Mika is probably stronger, because how Mika works. I'm not going to UE50 Minori now. I'm going to get her to UE40 just for the enhanced passive, but the mood is not important. Because we are benefiting from her explosive buff and we are benefiting from her EX damage. Like, the UE50 for me is like a whale move. Also, I don't think I will have enough fragments anyway, and I want to also 5-star what's the name? Miyako. I think 5-starring Miyako is more important than UE50 Minori. Ah, frick. So here's the thing, Miyako is going to be on the field, and Insane difficulty Gregorius deals a lot of freaking damage, especially when the chorus is out. The damage ramps up really fast. So I want to ensure that my tank survives as long as possible. And yeah, also I need to 5-star Saki for survival too, because she's one of the main debuffers for that raid, and for safety reasons it's better to have her like 5 stars. Yeah, chicken is fine. It's just I prefer my strikers up rather than my specials up. But I don't know. I'm a little bit on the fence because Minori is an attacker, so she may need as much buffs as much stats as we can get to her. But UE50 seems a little bit too much. I don't know. I will have to do some testing. But I think I can do it without UE50. I should ask a friend that always ranks very high in Platinum. He may be able to give me some good insight on that. When you're busy, it's kind of hard. This run has been a little bit bad though, we haven't been hitting any critical hits. Nah, let's restart it. I don't know, I think Miyako 3 stars should be fine. It's just... I don't know. I couldn't test her myself when the raid was out for the first time because I didn't get her. It's just minority and one team with Gregorius. G15 without it is not enough. Oh, I see, I see. Okay. I will keep that in mind. Like, I trust you. So yeah, I think I will try to get her to UE50, but I don't know, I'm really tight on fragments and stuff, so it all depends on my resources available at the moment. Also, like, my Nagise is a little bit behind, so there's a lot of work to do, and resources are really limited. Decisions. So many decisions to make. Frick. I really want to get one clear with Alice to see if I can do it later when it resets, so I can do it for my own score. I have been really unlucky with the bombs though. Okay, but this is the last attempt. After that we're going to the minigame. I hope the minigame, the whole event gets a rerun in GP. Yeah, exactly, like, it would be a lot easier if I could trust my guild. The issue is that now, like, lately some really strong people has joined, but before that my guild was really disappointing. And yeah, like, I didn't even know like they have a good Alice, because like when I checked the first day or the second day it was like a level 74 Alice and then all Mikas, and it was like, guys, Mick is not for this raid. I mean, it's a good second team character, but come on, put Wakamo, put Isuna, put Alice, but... okay, frick, I give up. I'm not having luck with the bombs. Even if I had used a cheaper EX, like, the positioning was really bad. But yeah, I think I can rent that Alice and get a better score, maybe get into Platinum. But it's a little bit stressing, like, restarting over and over and over is annoying. Before we go into the minigame though, let's check Torment. What is Torment people doing? Oof, for teams number 1. But yeah, like, they are using block on the first to bounce the ball and get the stagger. They're doing the classic combo with that. They are using, I guess, this one for dodges, but I don't know, I don't have her, so I don't know how she works. But without dodging is a little bit fishy. I don't know how far they get into the phase 1 with this team. They probably do half phase 1, the second half phase 1, and then phase 2 into halves 2. I don't like these compositions, they look a little bit fishy. But yeah, like, yeah, especially the second team, I don't like it at all. Like, unless the first team gets like really far into the phase 1, so they just need to do a little bit of damage with the second team, I don't see how that second team survives at all. Unless they do a really good deployment, because they have like all the mapping of the bombs. but it's still like weird. Team 2 and 3 are more understandable. Like they use Hifumi for the blocks with the Wet Hiri X, because the Peroro doll that taunts is also instructor, so it can block. And Team 3 is just dodging with her. I mean Team 4. They're dodging with her, they're reducing that cost, they're keeping the cost axle with Hoshino, and they're trying to spam as much as possible. I don't know, I don't like that team. But everyone is doing pretty much the same. I think everyone is just copying the first guy. This team makes a little bit more sense, maybe? No. How are they dodging? Huh. Okay, let's see if this works. I'm going to be using Yuzu because I think, don't quote me on this, but I think her hitbox is smaller. Let's see. I prepared a little graphic for the back. Oh yeah, it's working. I hope they rerun this event and they add Bunny Toki as a playable character. Piercing is so good. So good. Probably one of the best buffs. Piercing and bouncing bullets, like if you get both, oof. It's pretty much a win. Yeah, I think her hitbox is a little bit smaller, so it's easier to dodge. Like the gun of Alice makes everything weird. We are lucky today, we got both of the best buffs. From here on, yeah, we just pick projectiles and damage. Critical doesn't seem to help too much, but raw damage and projectiles, they help a lot. Fox, yeah. Second, I thought the stream crashed. Thankfully it didn't. I think I can raise a little bit the music here. It's really soft. We cannot do it. We'll have to do later. Have you cleared her difficulty on the minigame? Like, I haven't tried to complete it yet, but this run could be a good one. Projectiles, like, we're getting all the good buffs. So lucky. I hope they add Bunny Toki in a rerun. Like, it would be so funny to be playing with Bunny Toki. Like, she could use her rockets from the suitcase, like the briefcase. Also, like, it would be cool if they give characters like little abilities. Like, I don't know, Yuzu has fire damage, Maidalis has penetration from the start, and like Toki has explosions on her attacks, so they deal a little bit of AoE. It would be really nice. Like, improve this game and make it like even better. Like, I think as it is right now, it's really well done. But it would be cool if they experimented more with it. Make it like a recurring event maybe. Or add it to the archive. When like other events have been added to the permanent event archive. Add it to that, and with some improvements, like, it would be really fun. So, Code Tivers, are you like a new player? You have been playing for how long? At what point are you in the game? If you are still there. Level 52. So you have been playing for about a little bit, like a month, or maybe a little bit more than that. Started on when volume F was finishing on global. I see, I see. Like, how are you enjoying the game? How's your new player experience? Because I started with both launches of global and JP, so the new player experience has changed a lot. I'm curious to see how you feel about it. Adding more unique characters, male characters, yeah, it would be fun. Like, it would be fun if they expanded on this. Like, this kind of game, they sell a lot, and adding like a couple male characters, maybe just for this game mode, like make this a game mode people can just play. I think people like it would gather more new players, and like it would alienate a portion of the potential players that maybe don't play because they think, oh, only schoolgirls or stuff like that. Which, I don't know, this is a little bit of trivia, but Kayoko and Wakamo are both 18. I didn't know there were 18-year-old characters in this game. You can actually check their profiles and see it yourself. I was pretty surprised when I saw that. And it's funny because you shouldn't neglect burn damage. It's doing a lot of... Yeah, I know. Burn damage is actually really good. I skipped it because I think I picked attack speed at that time. Attack speed is actually really good too, but yeah, burn damage is one of the buffs I always pick. The beginner experience was decent. The only reason I started the game was because of the story, but I liked the game. I liked the gameplay bit by bit, and started to want to learn about the meta. Continuing to play, hoping to clear Torment one day. Yeah, I mean, the gameplay I think is great. To be honest, I think Blue Archive has a fairly simple system, but they have taken it so far without without adding like bullshit and like stupid mechanics. They're just using what they have and making a complex game out of a simple game. Like you can just play it and enjoy it and like watch stuff go, or like you can actually learn mechanics and the dodges and like how buff, debuffs and stuff works, and it's like it gets really deep, like with timings. Like I think it's a great game in that sense. Torment is a good goal to have, but it's also a daunting goal to have. In the end, like Torment requires a lot of characters and resources. Like it's not an easy goal to achieve. For example, like I'm free to play on both my accounts. They are both max level, and I have a lot of characters developed, and I'm still unable to clear many Torment raids. I think currently I can clear only Kaiten and maybe one more, but I haven't tested it yet. Probably I can clear Hod on Torment or Chisad on Torment, but I'm not completely sure about it. No, Chisad I don't think so actually. It's because I'm like my JP account lacks Akko and New Year Fuka, and that is messing me up on the Torment clears. Because you cannot rent too many characters, you can only rent one per day, and that's a little bit annoying. But this account will probably achieve Torment clears earlier because I'm pulling only for meta characters on this account, because I haven't chased any meta on my JP account, so it's actually giving variety to my accounts, and I can make better guides and like get more understanding of the compositions and meta of the game. But I'm still not pushing it too hard because it's like too many resources and time, and right now I find myself pretty busy, but things are looking up, so probably in the future I will be able to catch up with the top players and do Torment and make Torment guides. Banitsaki. I wish I could pull for her on this account, but I'm so low on Pyroxene. Torment, she said. I mean, I cannot do it on JP because I don't have Akko and Fuka. I have all the other characters I would need to do it, but without Akko and Fuka, I'm in a pretty rough spot on JP. That's why I don't know if I can do it, because working around it looks close to impossible. Because working around one character missing is a thing. Working around 2 or potentially 3 characters missing, that's a whole different story. Especially because the buffs they provide are so strong that I don't know who would replace them. Like, I don't think I could get far enough to do it. I think the easiest Torment is Kaiten. Because Kaiten you don't need to have all the characters. I did Torment Kaiten on the JP account. I think that's the easiest one. Also Vina may be easier. I don't know actually, Vina damage is really high. Chisa, it's easy, but I'm lacking characters to do it. Also the RNG can freak you up really hard on the droid. It's complicated. It's not impossible, but my JP account is not ready to do it. However, I think, like, I'm thinking that I will try to do the Sonic Raid on Torment. Bean is hard, yeah. Bean has 3 damage for faces. It's HP bound, the faces for Vina. I don't remember the exact thresholds, but yeah, like I think it's like 24 and 9. It's the issue with Vina is the AoE. It's so strong, and that can mess you up real hard. And I don't know if you can shield save yourself on Torment. I haven't tested, but yeah, Torment Vina is really hard because there is so much damage. I think attack speed. I think Bean is one of my least favorites encounters, to be honest. It feels like so all or nothing on Bina. While like raids with mechanics like Chirokuro and I don't know, Ghost and Hot, you can work around it because as long as you can comply with the mechanics, you can get like far enough. But when it's a DPS race, like kill before you get killed, it's annoying. Like another raid I don't like at all is Hieronymus. I feel like that raid is one of the most annoying ones. Especially because in Insane and Torment you cannot prevent the... I mean, you can if you do enough damage, but preventing the one shot is really hard. It's really timing bound. Projectiles. I remember the first time we had Torment Vina on JP. It was like People was using 20 teams to clear it. It was so stupid. Like, good on them, they had the patience to do it, but it's not for me. 20 teams is too much. Also, like, where do you get all those characters? It's... Oh, crap. I'm convinced that Yuzu is better on this minigame.
開始するにはアリスの隣に座ってください。はい。メイド勇者出撃します。
Yeah, I think the Sonic Raid that will be releasing at the end of this month, I will be pushing for Torment because I have all of the 3-star Sonic strikers. I don't know, I think they were just throwing bodies at it and dying really... How can you go box Yuzu? Wait, okay, let me forfeit this one. How do I go box Yuzu? I didn't know that was possible. I thought it was only a meme. Swipe up and down, left, right, left, right. On the character screen. Okay, so it's up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. Oh my god! I didn't know this. That's so cool. Where do you find this kind of stuff, guys? This is so cool. Second time I played this event and I didn't know this. This is adorable. Oh my god, this made the game even better now. Chill leaves also like AoE? There's even more OP. Yeah, check a little AoE area. Is it AoE? Yeah, it's AoE. My god, this is so broken and so nice. Yeah, okay, not taking piercing then. Oh, this is so nice. So funny. Yeah, true, piercing will make my AoE useless. Yeah, I think I will take bouncing bullets and just damage. A lot of damage. And burning. Oh, thank you guys, I didn't know this. This is beautiful. It's so funny how she walks with the box. Yeah, they need to make this like a recurring game mode. Add Bunny Toki and like it would be so good. So much potential wasted. I usually don't take these projectiles, but they're so useless. Only with bouncing bullets, they are like decent-ish. Talking about
わかりました。
bouncing,
任せてください。
here we go. Are there any characters you guys are looking forward on JP or Global? Like on Global, I'm looking forward for Minori and SRT Summer. Obviously like Hanako and all of that, but mainly now SRT Summer and Minori.
任せてく
I
ださい。
really want to give a good check to Gregorius. I was so frustrated on the JP release of Gregorius. So this should be a lot better now. Yeah, true. Like, the side projectiles just suck.
引きます。
If I can angle them like diagonally, like they work a little bit, but yeah. Eric and Kirara definitely in JP. Oh, hello.
引きます。
Welcome to the stream, Pekka Lut. I'll just call you. I will call you Pekka. Sounds very Finnish as a name. Oh, these projectors are the good ones.
任せてください。
I'm saving for Summer Asus and Summer Hina. Then if I have Pyroxene left, I will all out on the first banner. Summer Asusa, really good. Summer Hina, really decent. It's like I would not put too much resources into Hina. Like up until now I haven't seen her like break into any meta. She's usable like at many things, but I don't think it's like... Wait, shit, this actually chose... Oh, yeah, you have to configure your YouTube name. But don't, like, if you didn't tell me that was your real name, I wouldn't have guessed it. So don't worry, like, unless someone is like from your same country, it's hard to know that that is your real name. No offense, of course, it's
わ
like
かりました。
being ignorant to your language. It doesn't, like, to me it doesn't look like a real name because I have never seen a name like that. I hope it makes sense and without sounding like I'm making fun of you. Like, that's not the intention at all. But yeah, like, if you're missing like many characters, I could pull for like the really strong limited reruns, like New Year Puka and stuff like that, and then go all out on the first banners so you can get all the first characters and like a lot of 3 stars that are useful. Summer Miyako plus Summer Saki, Summer Ue, Summer Hinata, Hanako, Ichikan Kasumi. You know, Summer Ue and Hinata, I really like them as characters, but they have disappointed me so much. I'm so sad they are not as good as I thought.
わかりました。
Like Hinata, I knew she was not going to be great, but Ui has been the biggest disappointment for me. Like, I don't know if her EX is just clunky, I don't know what's the issue with her, but she hasn't break into any meta, like she's not doing anything. And Hinata, well, her EX is stupidly expensive, but yeah, like, I like them as characters, but I wouldn't recommend pulling for them. I don't think they are even limited, but I'm not sure on that, so... Ui is good for Torment, she's at phase 2, I guess, because in the corridor phase, I can see her screwing you up, but yeah, like I haven't tested her on Chisel. I should check the ladder on Chisel actually too. I haven't checked it this time around. I usually wait for like the last day of the raid to collect data. So what I do to collect data for the reviews I make, I usually wait for the last day or the second to last day, and I look at the ladder, look at the first, I look at the top 100, and I make an Excel file, and I list all the names, and then I just run the percentages, how many times in the first 100 I've seen these characters. And yeah, that's how I determine like how popular a character is, like in the top. And then I look like for people around me, like 10 up, 10 down, and see how, because like I'm always like in the middle of the pack or top gold, so I look at like those levels to see like, okay, these characters are meta, they are decent, they are seen in use or not. It's a little bit troublesome sometimes I cannot collect all the data because it takes a long time, and I'm working on my thesis to graduate finally from university. So yeah, I've been really busy, so my data collection has not been amazing these last few raids. Ichika and Kasumi, they are both great. I'm really satisfied with both, and Hanako obviously is amazing. I think after Mika, she's like the best. Oh, thank you. I will need it. Like, it's been a lot of hard work, but it's satisfying, especially when you like the topic you're writing about. And welcome to the stream, Conrad. Now you fix your name, now you're called Bodoka. Summer Ui looks a little bit less effective than Kayoko, but it seems that it's easier to activate clues than Kayoko Extra Boost. Huh. So here's the thing about Ui. Actually, give me a second. Because I don't recall all the timers and cost of Ui abilities, but we can give it a look. But the main thing, the main issue with Ui, I think, is that her EX, I think it cost 4. Since with Ui you need 6 EX skilled, because with Kaioken you need, yeah. Sorry for the headphones blowing up. This OST though, I love it. I think the second main story OST is amazing. It's when they showed the trailer for the new story arc on the second year anniversary stream for the global version, it always gives me goosebumps. It's an amazing trailer, and the OST is just so good. And we are in Japan now. Okay. Who is for? Okay, that's the issue. So here's the, yeah, OSTs in Blue Archive are getting every time better. The music is so good. So what's the issue with Ui, at least in my opinion, and why I think she's not been as popular as I thought she would be? Her EX takes 4 EX points, so it's harder to chain skills into it. For example, if you wanna boost Mika, you like, even with reduction, she has a 3 cost, so you will need still 7 points to chain it. And the other problem with it is that it makes you move, and all the time you spend moving is time you are not shooting. And the other issue is that you cannot control the location because the location is bound to Ui's location, and you cannot control Ui's location. And I think those are the issues. That HeriX, like on paper, is amazing. 70.1% effectiveness is a lot, and 45 seconds is a long duration. But I think that the gameplay aspect of it is a little bit too clunky. That's why I don't think she's that strong. Of course, stuff will change and like other challenges will come and she will become a lot better, but as it is right now, I don't think she's that amazing. Yeah, like this stuff like is easier to trigger, but yeah. Just run the team of Ui, Summer Ui, Mika, and Summer Hoshino. Use normal Ui to reduce the cost of swimsuit Ui. So that sounds better than it actually is, at least in my opinion, because by not using this like immediately on Mika, you will be losing this buff on Mika, and like when you do Mika compositions, you're basically making a team that plays around Mika. You want to keep Mika boosted 24/7 because she will be doing all the work, all the tanking, all the damage. Like that's the issue. And like with this, it can work because you get the Axel and all that stuff, and this is 2 rounds of EX skills, so your idea may work. I don't know. We can test it, but I have some concerns. It's too much prepare time in my opinion. Because you will need to do Ui into Summer Ui, then make a full rotation to get Ui back and then use it on Mika, unless you're running near Fuka to keep Mika EX down, but it's too convoluted. Like, for example, this guy is using probably Fuka to cut the cost of Mika. He's using Kokona to cut the cost of everyone by 1, so Ui's EX is only 3, so it's easier to chain. Yeah, like this composition works. And this is for phase 1, which is good because you have Axel and cost reduction at the beginning. You have AoE, like tons of AoE. Yeah, like this guy is making a really good run with these two teams. I think these two teams are great. Kotori, I don't know. Like, there could be better options, but yeah, like I like this team better. Yeah, in the end, phase 1 is just get to the boss. Then the second team should do the rest. So I think people is just making the best of what they have. But yeah, like let's take a look. Yeah, team like second place and third place are running virtually the same characters. So this is why it's great to look like at the top 100 because you start noticing patterns. You know, Summer Hanako, I know she is like she should be really bad here because Sonic deals only 50% damage. But you know, her attack stat is stupidly high, so it could make sense. Everyone is using Castle Saya. Yeah, I think is. I mean, her poison is really good in corridor phase. Some Bunny Toki propaganda. So let's take a look at Casual Saya. So what does she... and she's giving damage, she's giving more damage, damage, yeah. And what does this do? More damage. Yep, I can see why people is using her. It's just damage. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, team 1 is get to the boss, team 2 is pull out this Mika team and delete the boss. Yeah, exactly. That's a really good way to put it. Like, looking at these, dishes I don't have Kokona. What do you think of the collab characters? Like, I don't know the characters like on a like I'm not familiar with the anime they are from, so I don't have any opinions on whether I like them or not. When it comes to performance, I think they are decent, but I think it's great that they are not making them meta, because forcing people to pull for collab characters and limited characters could be like a little bit scummy. So I'm really glad they are taking an approach where they are stupidly expensive to level up, and the power they give you is not ridiculous. They are just good characters that you can use and enjoy if you're a fan, but if you're not a fan, you can just skip and save for the next one. So yeah, I like them. I think their kits are interesting, especially the blonde girl. I don't remember the name right now. Misaki, I think it's her name, because she has the new mechanic on confusion. But other than that, I don't have too many thoughts. I think they are just decent. Yeah, so I don't have Kokona and Fuka, so I don't think I can pull Torment. Everyone is using Kokona. Yeah, you need the Kokona reduction for the cost. Yeah, like they did the same with Miku. Miku is a decent character, but she's not meta. There is also another one team. That is used on second phase. Everyone is using Kokona. Second phase team looks the same for everyone. Everyone is using UI, so yeah, UI is probably really good, especially because it gives you the wave clearing with... I think it's mainly for the wave clearing, because in Insane, Cherino is already lacking damage, so probably UI helps Cherino reach the breakpoint for the wave clearing. Okay, so UI is one of those characters that is for Torment difficulty. It will underperform under Torment, but in Torment she will be meta. That's good to know. It's probably... there is a Summer Hoshino if I recall correctly. Let's see if we can find it. There is... oh, there it is. 56. Yep, this guy is using regular UI for the discounts and using Summer Hoshino for the attack buff. So this guy is not using Summer UI because Hoshino actually does not only give you explosive buff, she also gives you an attack buff and the Axel effect. And this guy is not using Fuka, he's using UI for the discounts. So he worked a way around the Kokona issue. But this team, again, the issue is that I don't have Ako or Fuka on this account. Like, I'm always missing one too many characters. So annoying. That's why my Ian account, I think I will try to move it towards doing Torment, because I'm getting all the characters I should get. I didn't get Kokona though, but I'm hoping she will spook me. The other thing is that I don't know how many people actually does Torment. So yeah, I can work around not having near Fuka, but I cannot work around not having Kokona and Ako. Dishes I don't have also Ako, and or Kokona. Like even if I try to copy number 56, where is him? Where is this player? Here. Even if I try to copy this person, like I don't have Ako. So okay, I can work around not having Fuka. But my Aru is under level and I could pull this off, maybe. I could work around it. Let's give it a try. Actually, wait a second. Let's do something. Let me take a screenshot and we will plan using this guy as a baseline. Yeah, exactly. There is no harm in trying. Also, it's fun to figure out solutions. It's like a puzzle. But this person is renting a Cherino. Because I could rent Fuka for Team 1, but I don't have a, like, then I don't have Ako and I don't have Cherino. Oh, this is so complicated. Wait, maybe we can mix and match, you know? Yeah, it's like it probably will take a long time to do. Like for example, if I mix and match using a little bit of a copy of this person and like the other person, like I can work around something. Like here, like if I copy number 1 and I mix it with number 56, I could use Hanako instead of Cherino. But I don't think it will be enough. Yeah. Round 40. I'm missing something. Yeah, here. 34 is using Ui. But this guy is using 3 teams. But you say like no one is using Ui and Summer Ui together. It's too much setup. That's why like I like Summer Ui. She's good for Torment, but like you cannot mix both. It's too much setup time. Especially because you have to remember that Mika is weak to explosive damage, which is the damage from this raid, so you don't have too much time to set up. You have to clean everything quick and kill the boss as fast as possible. Yeah, it's probably that he's getting as close as possible to stunning the boss and then retiring. So what they do is just AoE, get like one monster away, like with the last mob before the boss opens, and they retire. And then they go with team 3 and they kill one mob, open the core and kill the boss. Yeah, don't worry. Like, all suggestions are welcome. Like, joking or not, is always a good thought exercise to do. Like, if like it could work, maybe, but the setup is too long, and yeah, but it's not like it's impossible to do, but it's just not for Torment, in my opinion. But it will be interesting to figure this out. I will try to figure this out on my free time, but right now I don't think we can make it. I have like 40 minutes left on the stream, so just setting this up and then the trial runs would take too long. I hope I can do the Sonic ride on Torment. I'm working a lot on these characters. Ichika is so good. And Kasumi too. Have a good night, Code Tivers. Thanks for joining the stream, and see you next time. Talking about the Sonic raid that's going to be released at the end of the month. Like, we know it's going to be like an AoE challenge. Like, it could be ridiculous if not. And it's gonna be really easy, probably, because like they're all heavy armored, so they will take only 50% damage, so it's going to be relatively easy. I'm curious about the specials though, because if the raid has like annoying mechanics, we are going to probably require some repositioning or healing. I don't think Himari Ako or Himari Fuka will be the solution this time around. Probably Himari will be in the team anyways. True. Where is Hanako? Yeah, this is actually a really good point you have here. I should work on her actually, just in case. I mean, Shiure is... No, I don't like her. I think probably Haruna will be better. Like, I don't know how many healers we will need, but I don't think too many. Unless it's like a... Like, I don't know, if the boss doesn't have any like one-shot mechanics and is mainly chip damage, then healing will be really good. But if the boss has like one-shot mechanics, then healing will be secondary. Also, like 5 cost is so expensive, so expensive. Haruna, you can do the same for 3, like it's... There is also Nodoka, which I don't have, but she's also cheaper at 4. Like, there is a lot of team healing. I think she's also an AoE healer, if I recall correctly, yeah. Also at 5, but... There are options, many options. I don't think Shigure will be like a must. Let's go back to the English server for minigame. By the way, Bodoka, how far are you into the game? Like, what's your sensei level? Prediction is double Hanako gaming for the win. Yeah, I could agree with that. Double Hanako gaming for the win. I think Hanako is going to be like really strong. I think the raid is going to be like a two-phase raid, similar to Chisad, like a I don't know if like a corridor phase and then a boss phase, but I think it's going to be something like Chisad, like waves and waves of minions, and then the boss will appear. Or it could be like one of those 85 clearance raids in global now. That's great. So, but yeah, like I think like the raid is going to be a little bit like Chisad or like those declamation raids. I don't know if you guys remember the one with the that was like a four-wheel, a four-legged insect that would escape and would chase and kill minions and then get to the boss. I think it's going to be something like that. Many tasks I have left? Play 10 times. Oh, it's only money one. Yeah, kind of curious if they will ever bring that Deca boss back. I don't know. I like the Deca bosses. They are really interesting. They have like really weird mechanics and stuff. But I don't know. I have never put too much effort into it. I should, but it's just time consuming. But I think they are really interesting challenges. But I'm expecting the siege raid to work similar like that. Even though they don't seem to recycle content too much. Like I'm fairly pleased with how they do raids. Like Gregorius was like a really original concept. I didn't expect it at all. Like the organ mechanic and the debuffs mechanics, everything is just really interesting. One thing I really like about this minigame is they put the MIDI version of the music of the raid bosses. The Vina one is really good. The Gregorius one, freaking Hieronymus one is not my favorite, but it's still fun. Here's another prediction. Before Gregorius comes back for the second round, they will give Hibiki a bone gear with accuracy boost. That would be really interesting actually. I hope they will give Hibiki some love because she's falling behind even behind the freebie. And she was one of the most popular specials at the beginning. And she's one of my favorite characters too, so it would be great if they gave her a bond gear, yeah. Like, bond gears actually revive characters so much. Like, Yuka became like tier 1 for PvP, Neru became really good for some raids, like Amy too, like there is like so many characters that improve so much and got new life out of the unique accessories they got. I hope they give one to Hibiki. She's also one of the oldest characters too, so... And Haruna too needs one. If I have to guess, like... They will probably give Hibiki, Iori, Haruna on the same batch. Yep, exactly. They are balance fixes, and I like that, because they are not allowing power creep to get too bad in the game. I feel like even though there are so many characters, there is still a lot of variety and yeah, there are characters that are very dominant, like Himari, Fuka, Ako, but overall, like there is always a workaround and you can rent characters. I don't feel like this game is like too punishing for not pulling from it. Also considering they made them easier to get now. Yeah, true, exactly. Like, because there is more ease of access to so many characters, I feel like it's only logical that they slowly but surely start buffing old characters. We're out of tickets. I'm not going to waste my stamina now because of the... I'm waiting for the reset for the daily missions. Remember to collect these if you haven't. But yeah, thanks for joining and enjoy your food. I'll be heading off too in half an hour probably, so it was nice having you around. I should actually work on my Himari too, but so many resources. I think that if I reach the hours requirement to get some monetization on the channel, I would put that monetization into like stamina packs and stuff like that, so I can work more on characters and get more variety and get stuff done easier. Maybe having more fragments availability would be good for the guides and stuff. We're so close. We're like 40 or 50 hours away of watch time to get the... It would open subscriptions, super chats, and other stuff. Like, I wouldn't get like ad revenue, but still something could come out of it. To get ad revenue, I could need to reach 1000 subscribers and 3000 watch time hours. So yeah, I'm a little bit far from that, but not too far. The meta seems to be like pretty much the same. We're having JP before Shiroko. Hopefully let's use these tickets and collect, because otherwise I will miss the daily reset. Yes, PvP. Shoot. Nice. I had a lucky streak on JP and stood in top 25 for like a week, but then after that my rank went down crashing like to hell, so I'm slowly climbing back up. Like, I was using Hanako to climb, and I think people caught on my Hanako strategy or something, but then I got demolished. Like, sometimes making little tweaks and putting characters that people's not using too much can get you like real far, but then when they caught like hardcore PvP people when they caught you, like they mess you up. Like, I went from the top 27 to like 400 in like 3 days. It was nasty. I think this guy's in my guild. I tried it, but it didn't have too much success with Tsurugi. but I also haven't seen it too much. I don't think it's that popular. Uh, it is built, yeah, I think there is few upgrades I can make on here on JP, but it's mostly built, yeah. I also been working on her because she's good in Chisel, so I was thinking about using her for Chisel. But apparently she's not that good anymore on Chisel, people is using Sumire. Which makes sense, Sumire is a lot tankier, like naturally tankier, even though like she can heal herself, but Sumire has a lot of self-defense boosting and stuff like that. She's really survivable, and like she can reach far with her EX. But I don't know. I'm willing to experiment, but it's gonna take some time. I reserves on these. One thing I love of the JP upgrade update they did is that now you can just click the box and have your vouchers used, so you don't have to go and select them manually. It's a lot more automated now. My Surugi here is actually decent too. It's not fully built, but fairly close. And I'm saving my... I'm not leveling her up yet on this because it's gonna go down. So yeah, I'm saving that. I hope my Momotok bank helps me out with the future banners. I've been saving those, so I don't get tempted to pull. One thing I haven't tried yet, I'm planning to do this. Oh yeah, today's Pina's birthday. True, true, true. There she is. I didn't know I had her this far on the relationship rank. Do I have her LTD? I think I haven't collected it. Or is it even available? Yeah, I haven't collected it. Actually, Pina's LTD is really nice. Can I collect it now? Or I haven't done any of the conversations. Oh, we can collect it. Perfect. Interactions wise, the global version interacts a lot more with the community, with the birthday stuff and all of that. Like they tweet a lot, but the JP puts a lot of the short comics. Now on JP, this one is voice acted too, which is great. Yeah, this is a really nice LCD.
Sensei, 来ましたか。潜入任務。いらっしゃいませ、先生。
Should actually get
メイド勇者はお店番
maybe
も
the
できます
gifts here. Okay, let me try something. I don't know if this is going to work. The only issue with Blue Archive is that it is really limited for stream content. Like, there is only so much I can do. Okay, this works. I've been thinking about doing like playing. I actually will. I was considering it, and I think I will start doing like having Blue Archive on the background for the music, and if people has questions, like I can hop into the game and showcase stuff in Blue Archive, and meanwhile I can play this and or Vampire Survivor or like Halls of Torment, like whatever people likes the most. But yeah, like it's like to have some variety and have something while we chat. Also, like these kind of games are really fun. They let's see if I can clear this stage. The only thing I don't like too much about this game, like in some aspects, I like it more than Halls of Torment or Vampire Survivor. This game is a lot harder than both of them, but the music I don't like too much because I'm not a fan of the music of idols or like and VTubers, like. But yeah, like the gameplay is not bad. I like the weapons on Vampire Survivor more. But like the systems here are nice and like the difficulty is nice. And I think it's great that even the gacha is free to play. Like there is nothing there. Like the people doing this is like either really passionate or something, but I don't know how they monetize the game. I haven't seen any option to spend money on it. I'm not going to, but it's interesting. Also, Vampire Survivor I like in that regard. Like they are not charging you for anything except the expansions, but I think it's understandable. It's like a €1 game, and you get so much gameplay out of it. It's really fun. It's challenging, and like the art style is good. Vampire Survivor was like a Castlevania clone at the beginning, and now it branched into its own thing. So I like a lot. It's like an underdog story. Also, the developer is Italian. Yeah, like having this is one thing I'm gonna start doing. And the other thing I want to start doing, but that will need more preparation and time. So for now that's on a hold. I want to start playing like old games, going like into a trip in down memory lane and play like games I used to play when I was a kid and like tell a little bit of the story of the game, a little bit of anecdotes I have with the game and stuff like that. I think it would be really nice, like to show off some really good games from the past and maybe really bad games from the past. Also, like I know because the demographic stats on YouTube, most of the people that watches my channel is around my same age. So I think it will be really funny, like how many shared memories will people have with the games I play. I think that um, no matter where are you from, like there are some things that are like universal, like you either played when you were a kid, or like you saw, or you had a friend with the same game. But to do that, I want to be more prepared. Like know, like, make like a little bit of a script and have like some some graphics ready, and like some stories, and like some uh, trivia about the games and stuff like that. Make it like mm, not like a review like Josh Stripe Hayes style. I don't want to do that. Like what he does is great, but I cannot do that, especially on a stream. But something similar to that, like just revive these old games and memories while providing a little bit of a background to them. But yeah, I think I will do that when I'm done with my university stuff, so I will have more time to prepare and to research, and also like I have to find a way to um, capture the emulator, because right now when I try with OBS, I've been having issues with it. The screen goes black when I switch tabs and stuff like that, so it's a little bit annoying. But once I have the time to fix that, it's gonna be fun. Is there any game that you played when you like when you were a kid that is still like ingrained in your memory? Like that game that you remember really fondly, like oh, this game, like that you could replay now as an adult and still enjoy it. I think we all have a game like that. Like for example, me and my brother love Donkey Kong Country 2 from the Super Nintendo. That game was so good, and from time to time we replay it on the Switch, on the Virtual Console. Like we just go through it in 1 or 2 days. We clear it, and like obviously because we cannot play like for who know how many hours. Like if we speed run it, yeah, maybe we could run it in like a couple hours, but I think it's one of those things that you want to enjoy little by little, do not rush it. Also, like from the Nintendo 64 era, there are so many good games I want to play, but N64 emulation is a little bit iffy, to say the least. Like, there is this game called Perfect Dark. It was really good, but for some reason in the emulator you can use the spike cam, it breaks, so you get stuck when you get to the point where you have to use the spike cam. Yeah, like the Nintendo GameCube also was like a really good game. And from more recent times, like Nier Automata, I love that game. I think it's one of my favorite games ever. The story is amazing, the characters look so good, and like the gameplay is excellent. Even some games now have tried to copy some stuff from Nier Automata to little to no success because it's just not the same. Like there is a game I was looking at today. I don't know if it's an MMO or a gacha. It's I couldn't understand it from the trailer. It looked like it wanted to be so many things at the same time. They showed some stuff that looked like it was a ripoff of Nier Automata and Genshin and like so many other games. Like they were trying to be everyone and everything at the same time. I don't know. It looked nice, like the art style and the graphics, but even that in trailer, they change from one scene to the next. Sometimes it looked like a revision of Terra. It's an old MMO. I don't know how many of you are familiar with it, but this game looked like an upgrade over Terra sometimes, and then it looked like really anime and like I don't know. Sometimes game trailers are like, it looks interesting, but at the same time, I cannot trust it too much. Like, there was this other game, Tower of Fantasy. I tried that game. I remember it got a lot of hype before it released. And when I tried it, it was really bad. I couldn't like it. Yeah. I used to play Terra a lot when it was good, like so many years ago. I think Terra was one of the MMOs I played the most, like hours wise. I think it's one of the games I put the most hours on. And after that, I would say BDO. It's another MMO I put a lot of time into. But I reached a point in BDO where it was like my progression was extremely tied to grinding money, and that was like, okay, well, people called it the Genshin killer. It's an only reason it was popular. Yeah, I think Tower Fantasy was like, people was hoping for it to be better, and in some ways it was good. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate the game, but I feel like Tower Fantasy had so many stupid barriers. Like they were stopping you in so many ways. Like, why the freak you release a game that has like timers on chest and you have to wait like 40 hours? Like at that point exploration becomes pointless. Like if you wanna cap my progression on the game, do it through a stamina system, but do not time gate and like do not time gate the exploration. That's so stupid. I think that was like the killer for me. I gave it a fair shake. I played for like a week or so, and I was like, okay, no, this is just too stupid. And the gacha felt bad. I don't know if I was just very unlucky, but I didn't like the gacha in Tower of Fantasy. I think there is still some people playing Tower Fantasy, but I think the population of that game has gone down and down. And it's a shame, like I don't want any game to die, people can enjoy what they enjoy, but there is no denying that the popularity of that game has gone down. Also, yeah, I tried a lot of gachas too. There are some that are good, like but I don't know, like sometimes like, what I think is a good game may not be for everyone, so I haven't like expanded too many gachas into the channel, and like I don't want to get into a game that is already established, and after VA I don't think there'll be, yeah, exactly, like Blue Archive for me has been like the best gacha I've ever played, because it feels like a fair game. The gameplay is good, the characters are nice, the story is amazing. Like Blue Archive has so many good things, and it doesn't need to be more than it is. And I think that's the great thing about Blue Archive, is not chasing that be better than X game. Blue Archive is doing its own thing and it's doing it great. I don't think there is another gacha game that plays as well and feels as good as Blue Archive. Like how many games, gacha games there are that have that annoying combat system which is just click on cards and then the characters take actions. Like Reverse 1999. I like the aesthetics, I like the story, but the combat system, I have seen it so many times that is like, okay, I'm done. Like it's just too overdone, that same combat system. And it's not like it's a bad combat system, it's just, it's not unique, it doesn't feel different. And the gacha has been really cruel to me on that game, so like either the rates are really bad or like I'm really unlucky. Also, I don't like the fact that they have like 5-star characters and 6-star characters. Like I hate that level of like uber rarity, if you want to put it like that. I like Blue Archive, is really simple. 2 stars, 3 stars, 1 stars. And 3 stars are not that rare. And you can improve all the characters, like it's, and improving characters, it doesn't matter if they are 1 star or 3 stars, is always worth. There are very few characters in Blue Archive that you can say they are useless, and it's not like they are completely useless, they are just not meta. Like you can always find a place for them, like in the story or joint exercises. Like I don't feel like there is any wasted resources on Blue Archive or any wasted characters, and I feel like that is something that gacha games do not do. Like Fire Emblem Heroes, I played that game a lot, I got burnt out of it, like I even stopped doing the guides I was doing. And it's not like I hate the game, but it's just too convoluted now. Like the abilities, they are getting every time stronger and stronger and stronger. And like every banner is a power creep over the last one. Like now they added a new ability slot, and there are only some characters that have those abilities, and like and the scoring is always going up and up and up, and it's becoming more whale friendly with every patch. Like it feels like there is no competition in Fire Emblem Heroes. If you're not spending like €100 a month, is stupid. Yeah, that's why I think like Blue Archive is like probably the best gacha game there is. Even Genshin, like I used to play Genshin a lot. I have a max adventurer level account, but at some point I said like, okay, I had enough. The dialogue is bloated, the story is so slow, characters are like either super strong or super bad, like. And Paimon, I freaking hate Paimon. The game is beautiful, the exploration is good, and the combat is amazing, but they are throwing away all the potential for the TCG and boring events. Like, I don't blame people for liking it and playing it. I think it's a good game, but it's not the game for me anymore. So yeah, I think Blue Archive is going to be my my gacha game of choice for the near future. Did you enjoy that year playing Genshin Impact? Or no, the better question is, why did you stop playing Genshin Impact? Yeah. I say you got to the same conclusion I got. It feels like they are wasting the potential of the game, and that's annoying and frustrating. I feel like they are not building into it. They're just capitalizing on the people that plays mindlessly, and they're not adding like any real upgrades into the game. Yeah, true. I mean, Genshin has some nice characters, but if I had to pick, I think like I like Blue Archive design more. Like hands down, like there are many more characters I like in Blue Archive than in Genshin. There are some characters in Genshin I absolutely despise, while there are no characters in Blue Archive I could say hate. Yeah, like again, it's like people can like what they like, but I think it's also fair to move on from stuff. I think people takes to do hard stuff, like, oh no, like this is my game and if you don't like it, I don't like you. It's like, dude, you can like your game, I can like my game and enjoy it. Like there is nothing wrong with it. But yeah, like I'm happy that Blue Archive is doing well and that the developers seem to care a lot. I feel like every time and quality of life update or like new challenge comes out, the developers think a lot about the player enjoyment. It doesn't feel like cash grabby or stuff like that. But I think that's it for today. And yeah, thank you for joining. I'll stream not next week, but the one after that. And I will be doing probably some variety and while having Blue Archive on the ready for like questions and stuff like that. But yeah, I will be doing stuff like that, just doing some variety and Blue Archive at the same time. I think it's gonna be enjoyable. So thanks for watching the stream and see you next time. Bye bye.